Welcome, everybody, to SFBN Sim Football Broadcast Network. I am your host and commentator, Mad Dad. We are here with the new Madden 25 Meta Sliders. SGN at Sim Gaming Network has dropped his new XP sliders, so we have updated our Meta Slider set to adjust to the new XP sliders. And boy, I will tell you, not to toot my own horn, but I think this is better than the last set by far. It's played much better, for sure. So, to get started anyway, because we want to make this quick, you're going to go in. We always want to, when we're doing new slider set, you're going to go in here, hit the delete button. From the delete, you're going to hit and your center and back out of the game completely. Reload the game. Once the game is reloaded and you've reset your thing back up and you're back into the main menu, we'll go to the game settings. All Pro, 12, 20 seconds. I prefer to put receive and against the wind. That way you will kick and receive. Otherwise, you're always kick the ball. Revamp passing, all this stuff. This is the only thing in the main menu we are touching, other than this other stuff that, as far as settings. Injuries 15, fatigue 45, player speed threshold 95, physics-based tackling 75. Again, we're not touching any of the penalties, the player skill, the CPU, visual feedback. We want to turn all this stuff off. So we have a clean screen when we're simulating the
Menu
CPU.
narration option is set to off.
Then once we get that done, we are going to go into our franchise. Very important. This is why I'm going to do this part first, because you will skip over it, and it is important. The auto subs. Here are the auto subs. Quarterback 75-0. Running back 80-60. Wide receivers 75-70. Fullback tight end 70-0. Offensive line 100-0. Defensive tackle 75-65. Defensive end 75-65. Linebacker 75-35. CBs 25-0. And safeties 90-10. Then once you do that, you want to hit the accept and continue button or it will not save. And we're going to go over into our franchise settings. You want to go into the league settings. This is a very important step. Make sure we do the play call cooldown. On offense 10-2, defense 4-4, dynamic home field advantage off. All this other stuff is up to you, but you want to make sure your read or depth chart goes back. You want your practice reps to go to manual. You want auto progress, all that stuff off. I turn all this on. I like this trade difficulty on very hard on all that stuff. Makes it more immersive and you can play longer without getting, same thing with coaching staff. It's harder to develop coaches, takes longer. So it's more immersion. I go 3 and 5 on that. I like to just do, when I'm testing, I like to do owners, but you can do coaches. The X factors 55, 85, 300. Superstar abilities off. I always like this setup like this to fill rosters off. You also want, well, somewhere it's in here, progressive fatigue you want off. It's around here somewhere. I can't find it, but you'll see it in here somewhere. Progressive fatigue. right here. There it is. Make sure progressive fatigue is also off. And from there, we're going to go into the gameplay sliders. You will hit the reset button, then import from custom sliders. That will only import the injuries, the minimum and the fatigue, the injuries, and the speed threshold. Then you will manually put in offside 60, false start 65, holding 45, face mask 30, DPI 50. I'll tell you a little secret about this in my testing. It's another one of these sliders I found out you cannot touch it. You turn it down to 45, they only throw it to tight ends, short, and dump it off to running backs almost all the time. The minute you turn it up to 55, the defense is will see a player and it'll be like they're stuck in quicksand for a half second. The higher up you go, the longer that delay is, and it makes it just completely defense just gets the coverage just gets so it just late. It doesn't matter what the ratings are. So it's just one of those where you have to adjust the coverage by using it's their recognition and their ability to break on the ball, really. And if you touch it at all, it just breaks it. So you have to really do your coverage, in my opinion, around it by using the face mask, the aggression and discipline of your corners and linebackers and safeties, so that they're staying disciplined in their coverages and aggressive enough to break on the ball. Also, face mask not only helps with their like the big hits on the tackling, but it also makes them start their pursuit. Like when they see the ball carrier, the see ball, get ball, same thing in air. They see ball, the quarterback starting to throw the ball, or even if he pump fakes or there's a double move, if they're aggressive enough and they're smart enough, the face mask will also make them start to react and bite on that more. So that face mask kind of goes along with your coverage as far as kind of the see ball, in basic layman terms, see ball, get ball kind of mentality. They react to see ball, get ball faster the lower face mask goes. Now, if you go too low with it, then they don't want to run the ball, and it there's a lot of sacks. So it's one of those. Intentional grounding is still on. Illegal back in the back is at 50. Roughing the passer, we went to 20. Roughing the kicker, running into the kicker, off. And then we go up. We go to kickoff power, 55 now. Punt power, 55. Field goal accuracy, 50. Interceptions are still at 30. We went back to 55 on the ball security. We are still getting good ball carrier moves, but the better running backs use their moves more. And also, we are getting fumbles. Not too many fumbles, but you're getting fumbles, especially with guys that carry the ball like a loaf of bread, or quarterbacks that don't tend to pay attention to when they're getting hit from behind. And that is for both the CPU and the player skill. And that, my friends, is the set. If you want to know the XP sliders, I will drop a link in the comments to Sim Gaming Network's video for his new XP sliders. Other than that, folks, don't forget to subscribe. If you aren't already subscribed and you're a first-time viewer, appreciate it as we try to trek towards that first-time goal of 500 subscribers. And also, please hit the like button. It helps get the video out there to as many people as possible via the YouTube algorithms. And also, if you're a first-time subscriber or already have subscribed and haven't done it yet, please hit the bell icon. It will help you know when all the videos are uploaded and ready for your viewing pleasure. Hope you guys have fun playing with the set. I would also give you a little bit of advice. It will play differently on the offline franchises. I think the game is basically meant to be played online, and so they make the offline franchises a little more arcadish and a lot more glitchy. And in my opinion, I don't think the stats track no matter what you do to the sliders as far as the entire league as well as it does online. And I just think that it's hooked up to a better AI and a better server system online. So it will play a little differently online. It's best on an online franchise. If you don't like all the stuff that kind of affects your franchise from week to week with the coaching, like the +5 and minus this and all that, then just use the owners and you'll get around all that. Other than that, thanks a lot. Until next time, peace out.